Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Jeff and today we're going to have some fun playing Magic and we are playing a mirror dance deck. So I have been so excited to be jumping into this. I saw it first off, MTG Goldfish did a just kind of like a short "this is something that can be done" video, and I have been wanting to build it, but I wanted to give enough time to, for him to do it if he wanted to, and I don't think he did ever. And so anyway, the idea of this deck is super fun and awesome, but I'm giving credit over to there because I did not come up with the idea. So first off, we have Dance of the Mance, which for its return up to X target artifact and non-aura enchantment cards with converted mana cost X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. If X is 6 or more, those permanents are 4/4 creatures in addition to the other types. So you can actually bring back Mirror March as long as you have 8 mana. So that is a big part of this. We're trying to get to 8 mana, and we're also trying to get Mirror March, Fiery Emancipation into the graveyard, as well as a lot of our other auras and enchantments or artifacts that we have into the deck. Sorry, not auras, enchantments and artifacts into the deck. So Mirror March says whenever a non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control. Well, if it comes back as a 4/4, it is a creature. It's not a token. So Mirror March will trigger on itself if we get it back as a 4/4. You flip a coin until you lose a flip. For each flip you win, create a token that's a copy of that creature. Those tokens gain haste. So we can end up just going off with tokens. Every new Mirror March that comes into the battlefield will be a token, so it doesn't trigger itself again. But if we end up getting lots of Mirror March tokens out into the battlefield, and then a bunch of Fiery Emancipation tokens onto the battlefield, if a source you control would deal damage to each permanent or player, it deals triple damage to the player instead. So this is definitely a janky deck, but we're trying to go for some really fun, awesome stuff. So we do have the Fiery Emancipation. If that's also on the battlefield, it gets doubled by all the different Mirror Marches that we have onto the battlefield as well. We get to do just busted, fun, awesome things. If we have Terror of the Peaks on the battlefield as well, of course, all those creatures will enter. We'll have multiple doubles with Mirror March. Fiery Emancipation will end up tripling that damage. We get multiple of these onto the battlefield. It triples and it does stack, so it'll become 9 times, I think, as well. Then it becomes, whatever. We should be able to kill them really quick. We have near infinite damage as all this comes out onto the battlefield. Not quite infinite, though. I know a lot of you guys really hate infinite combos, so we're avoiding that. But it's going to be fun. That's for dang sure. So we also just have a deck that can play around Mirror March. We have Mirror March, we have Solemn Simulacrums, Terror of the Peaks, and Uros as our main creatures that actually come out with Mirror March. We don't really have a ton else on that game plan. Everything else is trying to make sure we get cards into the graveyard. So we have Cathartic Reunions, Thrill of Possibilities. Draw into our combo. We are in an 80 card deck with Yorion, which is a little bit awkward. We're playing an 80 card deck and trying to make sure we hit certain pieces. But we just had too much fun to throw into this deck, and so it is a little bit janky. It is interesting, but we wanted to make sure we had the combos of Grazer, Growth Spiral, Uro, Teferi, all the stuff that's just really good is also in this deck to make sure that we can get to turn 8, because that has to happen. We have to have 8 mana and get to it. We probably also ought to bring in Uro or Ugin into the deck just because we're going to be getting to 8 mana anyway. Let's go ahead and do it. 1 Ugin. Trim on a Shatter the Sky, since that's kind of an extra copy of it anyway, right? So we can also do that. So we have an Ugin on the top end here as well. So this is just a fun janky deck we're going to try out. We may change it up as we go along to try to see if there's any pieces that we need. We have Binding Titans to also fill the graveyard a little bit for us. Bring back Terror of the Peaks, Solemn Simulacrums, Uros, whatever we need to. It helps mill the graveyard a little bit. Uro also can just go off and do good things. So yeah, the goal of this: get to 8 mana, find our Dance of the Mance, have a Mirror March, Fiery Emancipation in the graveyard, hopefully any other things as well. Bring them all back and have just Mirror March go off, drawing lots of cards with Omen of the Sea, all that kind of stuff. And then we also have Yorion to help blink things back into place as well, again, which works great with Mirror March, works great with Terror of the Peaks. So we also just have a lot of permanents on the battlefield that are fine for Yorion to blink back. And so it does work there. And anyway, so this is the deck. Let's go ahead and jump into the gameplay, see how it does for us, and wish me luck. All right, up against Display, bring it on. And we do have Thrill of Possibility, no blue mana, which is a little bit awkward, but Binding of Titans can hopefully, we can bring back land cards as well, so we can do that. Yeah, so we also have Temple of Triumph. We good. All right, so go Temple of Triumph. Not blue mana, we put it to the bottom. We do need more lands, but we also have to make sure we survive the first few turns. So we're kind of really banking on this Thrill of Possibility right now. I guess we'll go Binding of Titans first, so we actually have good things to discard. All right, Knight of the Even Legion. Yeah, so go Binding of Titans. All right, we did find some blue mana. right, Serrated Scorpion down to 17. There's also blue mana. All right, let's hit this, and I'm fine getting our Grazer. We gain 1 life for each creature, so we're just gaining 2 life. That's the main goal there. So we can play Teferi and bounce. Let us draw a card. Is that actually worthwhile here? I guess it's not worth shocking ourselves. We'll bounce Knight after he gets a counter onto himself, maybe. We'll go for another Binding of Titans. Alright, Gutter Bones to the graveyard. We also just go for like Solemn Simulacrum, actually start ramping on the next turn. Have a body that blocks really well against this. That could be fine. Ooh. Demonic Embrace is annoying. Alright, Gutter Bones, and we'll just go from stuff from their graveyard for this one. We will bring back the Solemn Simulacrum. We will play Teferi, bounce Knight of the Evil Legion, get rid of the Demonic Embrace for a turn. We're looking for board wipes as well. Board wipes would be great. Play that tap, pass the turn. Land's also not the worst. There's a Wrinkle. Rude. Okay, down to 11. Alright, discard. I guess Ugin. Ugin is so far away from being actually playable. Alright, let's bring land to hand. We get to go... Yeah, play land, play... let's tick up. We could thrill a possibility, try to dig for Deafening Clarion. We have Grazer as a reach creature as well, so just Solemn Simulacrum here. Take action, grab a... What do we find here? I guess Forest. We're just going to play out the Grazer, right? Doesn't actually matter. Yeah, so play Grazer. Pass the turn. So we're up to 6 mana. What do we have in the graveyard now? We have three things that we can bring back with Dance of the Manse. We'll see here. We can also just play this for X3. They don't turn into 4/4s, but we can just bring them back and have all the triggers happen. We do block the Dance of the Man or the Wrinkle. Fiery Emancipation. Yorion's coming back soon here as well. So we do get Thrill of Possibility. Discard a card. So discard Fiery Emancipation. Dig for lands. There's a land. All right, so we do get, oh man. So we actually have the combo here. So keep that on top. Binding of Titans. We have to not die. That is a big issue here. Tick up again. We're taking 7 in the air. All right, so if we hit a land off the top, we get Dance of the Manse into all of the pieces. If not, we're dead. I could swing the Solemn Simulacrum in, just to see if they'll block and let us try to draw a card here. We also might be able to draw with Teferi, so alright, take it, down to 10. They have the Demonic Embraces, which give them, does that give them lethal? It is lethal. Alright, we'll see. This is, oh, we can play it at instant speed now, right? Oh, we could bring in Surveil stuff, that's right. Alright, yeah, they've got the win. They went for it. We were so close! Oh, bomber. We were 1 turn away from having the combo. We'll go X0. Just to show them what we had. You know, send the message. Oh, alright, that's fine. That's fine. We were up against... That was one of the best decks in Standard for a while. And so we're playing a janky deck. It's fine to lose against those decks every once in a while. And we were still so close to going off. All right, we have Uro. We have a lot of pieces in hand, which, I mean, if we find a Cathartic Reunion, then great. We have a few draws to try to find it. So, I mean, I guess we keep. We have Uro. We have Shatter. This is like a pretty good curve. What's up, Say My Name? How you doing? All right, go temple, grow spiral. Yeah, we keep. Pass the turn. Trying to dig for our lands. We have, I'm not sure the right number of lands in a Yorion deck, especially one that's trying to hit lands. I don't really know what the right number is. All right, play that tap, pass the turn. Well, that's not great. That's all I know. Not hitting land yet. Give me a land. Well, that's not a land. All right, down to 21, or up to 21. Light up the stage. We do have Shadow the Skies. We're going to wait for them to kind of go off with their deck, maybe make it a bit bigger. Then we get to Shatter. There's Cathartic Reunion. I guess we just try to make sure we hit lands, right? So Cathartic Reunion, get rid of Mirror March and Fire Emancipation. Yes, yes. Draw 3 cards. One of these should be a land, right? There we go. Okay, good. We don't quite get Growth Spiral as well. Pass the turn. All right, Fervent Champion. Yep. Lots and lots of damage. They have the Ember Cleave as well. No Ember Cleave. That's a good sign. We don't quite have... All right, play Plains. So we don't have that much green mana here as well. This is, again, the issue of going this many colors, definitely. We can play Uro. We can play Growth Spiral into Shatter, potentially. I don't think we need to Shatter just yet. So we're gonna go ahead and just go for Uro. We can't play Terror of the Peaks either. Which, again, we want to Shatter before we play that out. All right, so dig for more lands. We have to hit lands. That's the whole reason of having all this stuff. All right, play that out. Nope, we need more lands. All right, up to 18, pass the turn. Okay, Scorch Spitter. The one issue with Annex is they do kind of have an answer to the board wipes. I think I'll just make a bunch of Satyrs. So we have to be careful of our life total getting too low here. Solemn Simulacrum and Growth Spiral. All right, that does potentially get us up to Dance of the Manse, and we have our pieces that we need in the deck, right? We can go Terror the Peaks as well, maybe. All right, yeah, let's just do this. Solemn Simulacrum. Grab Forest. Pass the turn. And please no Ember Cleave. They haven't had it yet, so that's at least something. All right, Exiles. We don't actually get the card draw. Rude. All right, so we get 2 draws to try to find untapped land, and then we get to hope that we can go off with the Fire Emancipation and Mirror March. I don't think we're dead here, but who knows? 1, 2, 3, a bunch and a half. All right, no Ember Cleave. I dig it. Down to 6. Not playing anything. This is kind of strange. All right, we do hit the land, play it out, tapped. All right, we get it. We get to go off. We'll see if we can actually win here. All right, Dance the Manse, X6. We grab Mirror March, Fire Emancipation. It would have been nice to have more stuff, but this is cool. This is cool. We still have a very good chance of actually winning here. All right, so all right, so I don't know which one is triggering for which. Like, I wish I could actually see which ones are for which. Because I want the Mirror March to trigger first. All right, that didn't work. All right, is it Fire Emancipations or is it Mirror March? Oh, it doesn't actually bring out copies of the creatures. It should be exact copies of them. It's a copy of that creature. It should be a 4/4 creature. This is actually messed up. No! No, not like this! Oh, come on. Alright, well... Dang it. It's not just a 4/4 effect. It should copy the creature exactly as it is. If it's a copy, it should copy it. So that's actually really annoying that they didn't just copy it straight up. Alright, we have to block to stay alive. Yeah, definitely not what I expected, because that should be... I believe how Mirror March reads is that it's just an exact copy of that creature. And so if it's a creature as a 4/4, it creates the exact copy. Like if Dance of the Manse was an until end of turn thing, it would be different. Those permanents are 4/4 creatures, so it's not an effect. It's not something that's static. So that was just a bug with Arena not doing the Mirror March thing right. I can't see how it would be any other way. We're gonna keep playing it, like even just as it is, it's fun. All right, so we have potentially a Shatter the Skies. I'm gonna keep this on the scry and being on the play. Being on the play here helps a little bit. Solemn Simulacrum, 2 Shatter the Skies isn't bad, so we should be able to hit a land with a scry and everything. Green mana would be nice. Thrill of Possibility, getting rid of Mirror March, also a good play for turn 2. Yeah, Dude, what is up with running into mono red, like all these aggro decks in this format right now? That's not very cool. Grim Initiate. Fervent Champion. Alright, discard the Mirror March. Alright, green mana would be pretty sweet here for the Grazer. Untap green mana. That's cool. That's cool. I guess, yeah, bring Yorion to hand, pass the turn. Alright, no Cavalcade of Calamity. You're just not gonna do it. It's all good. Tricky Trick, longtime lurker of the tubes. Awesome, thanks so much for hopping on. Appreciate it. Alright, Solemn Simulacrum. Now we have to find white mana, which means that we're kind of awkwardly not having any green mana this entire game. But we have to do it, so grab the plains. Have the Shatter for next turn. We're still at 12. If they have Cavalcade of Calamity, I think we're dead. Torbrand also not the bestest. Dang it. Dart Speaks, thanks so much for the cheers. Well, crap. I guess... Are we dead anyway? Yeah, that's game anyway, right? Well, shucks. Alright, we have Binding of Titans to help us dig for a couple of things. Deafening Clarion's nice. If we find white mana with this, we are good. So we have a game plan. It would be nice to have more than 2 colors in a 4-color deck, though. Alright. Cathartic Union could also be nice. I guess it's still Binding of Titans, though. It's your first cheer ever? Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate it, Dark Sphinx. You rock. Alright, that was a Mirror March into Graveyard, sweet, and Tear the Peaks is nice. Got rid of their Niv-Mizzet. Alright, we get to have Deafening Clarion held up now. Oh, did I just hit nothing? Oops. That was weird. Alright, Stomping Ground tapped. This is Sorcery Speed. So let's go ahead and go for... Let's get rid of 1 Deafening Clarion. If this is going to have, like... Deafening Clarions are actually pretty good here still. I want to have the white mana. I should have played out the white mana. We can get rid of another Terror of the Peaks, I guess. All right, Deafening Clarions. We can find other like Shadow of the Skies or something like that, right? Drawing 3 cards is important. Yeah, I should have done that first. I could have played Grazer into the plains, into all the stuff. Could have been nice. All right, Deafening Clarions aren't as good here. I said Deafening Clarions are not as good here. All right, let's bring back Temple of Mystery. Let's play Grazer into Temple. Fable Passage is good. We need lands. Always need more lands. And bring Yorion to hand. And pass turn. Alright, doing the stuffs. We're going to be up to 6 mana for next turn. We can play Mirror March if we wanted to into Terror of the Peaks. And have a shot at going infinite. Or not quite infinite, but you know what I mean. You know what I'm talking about. All right, let's grab, I guess, more blue mana. Sure. All right, play Mirror March, pass the turn.
Choose wisely, because the other one's going bye-bye.
Oh yeah, Yorion only works as a sorcery speed, bringing him into your hand. That's something you can only do at sorcery speed. That's the same rule they had once they nerfed it. That's been around since then. Yeah, the old rule was that you could just play it straight out from there, but yeah, it's annoying. Yeah, I like the companion nerf that they gave. It is actually really nice. I think they did it right, basically. All right, the issue here is if they have counter spells. Holding up. So we still have Growth Spiral held up. So go Terror of the Peaks. Yay! Don't have a counter spell, please. If this sticks, it can be so beautiful. So Mirror March is bugged on Arena where they don't have it go off that often. So what I found is that if you have 2 Mirror Marches on the battlefield, you have a much higher chance of getting the combo to go off. So pass the turn. We're just digging for the Dance of the Manse to get another Mirror March onto the battlefield, which then can hopefully work with Terror of the Peaks and go off. So we still have the dream. It is alive. We need to keep Terror of the Peaks alive. All right, play it out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we do have it. Dance of the Manse for the next turn. Keep Terror of Peaks alive. Please, oh please. I mean, they should have things like Lava Coil and whatnot in this deck, right? All right, getting to their -8 soon. All right, so with Dance of the Manse, it'll bring out 3 4/4 creatures already. So yeah, 1, 2, and I guess just 2. So we have 8 damage for Terror of the Peaks right away, and then we get 2 triggers with Mirror March on each of these. All right, they bounce 1 to hand. That's fine. Not great, but it's fine. Because we do have Yorion to blink this again, is what they're probably worried about there. All right, so Dance of the Manse. X6. You and you. All right. Does it resolve? Do it. You know you want to. No, the negate. The rudeness. Temple Garden tapped. All right, so this Ral is definitely annoying. They will trade with the Crackling Drake if we swing it with Terror of the Peaks. At the same time, though, we have Mirror March and Yorion. Like, we do have some other win condition potential. So I guess we say no attacks. They could also just flash and Brazen Borrower and block, swing in. Yeah, this dude clearly hates fun. What is up with that? Oh, we were so close. All right, yep. Has the route. So now anytime they cast any sorcery, they get to do 4 damage to any target and draw 2 cards. It's so good. Shocks her face. Not going to kill the terror of the face. Oh, I guess they killed there. Right. Man, we're so close with this deck every time. I'm trying to think of anything that we need differently, and it's more just like drawing better hands. Like we could probably draw better. I don't think we can do anything here to actually win. Mirror March into what? Like maybe Uro could give us a shot of like having a bunch, but Mirror March is bugged to where you can never get more than like 1 copy off of one of them. But then when you have 2 of them out, you end up getting a lot bigger ones. And so the dream is to get out 2 of them and go big. And that's the dream. That's what we're gonna try to do. All right, up against Sack Flame. Only red mana, only red cards. We can Cathartic Rune and discard Uro and Mirror March and hopefully draw. I mean, that's 3 more cards, and then we have Thriller Possibility after that. So, I mean, we should be good here, right? We get 5 more draws to try to find the right lands. All right, there's Fable Passage. Pass the turn. I guess we grab, what, green mana? Yeah, I think it's green. We have more green spells in the early game than blue. We have blue and green, but... Alright, if we find blue mana here as well, then we won't discard the Uro. Alright, so we do kind of find it. In that case, we'll just go Thriller Possibility. Discarding Mirror March itself. Alright, we find the Dance of the Manse. We have another Mirror March to go into the graveyard. We get to ramp up later, so the best draw here would be Fire Emancipation. I guess if we draw too many cards, we have to discard as well anyway, but that's also fine. Alright, Mardu Aristocrats. Board wipe. Give it to me now. Give me board wipe. That's not it. Alright, Temple of Mystery. Uro on top. Playing multiple Uros could be nice. We'll keep that on top. We'll discard one of the Uros so we can still have another one. So discard, discard. Draw 3 cards. None of those are board wipes. But we can also just bring back Uro once we get enough land colors out there. There's Winota. Yeah-oh. Alright, board wipe. Deaf and Clarion doesn't do it now either, though. Judith grows. Another Winota. Yeah, is that just lethal? Yeah. Yeah. Alright, we can't play anything with this hand, so we mulligan. We do have a turn 3 Growth Spiral. Or turn 2. And we have a lot of ramp in this hand. Like, we do have pieces. So, like, this is keepable. I guess we drop, what? I guess Mirror March. We'll dig for it later. So we try to look for untapped land here. I guess. Yeah, and then turn 3 Omen of the Sea. Yeah, so I mean, we have... I think we need more lands before we can use more Growth Spirals. It is card draw, but an untapped blue source here is so much better than anything else. All right, Fable Passage, pass the turn. Cathartic Rune's not the worst. All right, grab the blue. So we can go for Omen of the Sea instead. Like, Growth Spiral is better if you actually have lands in hand to guarantee it. At the same time, though, we have a chance at ramp here. But I feel like this has a little bit higher shot of actually guaranteeing, like, a Solemn Simulacrum for the next turns. And we can still use it later. So let's just go for the Omen of the Sea. I could have done it instant speed. All right, so we get Shatter as an option. Yeah, keep it. Now we don't use Field Passage. We don't really need to anyway, because we can still hit the 4th land here. Prime Secret Vanifar. All right, now we have to fire off the Shatter the Skies as well. So, pass to my turn. Shock this in. Go white mana. Yeah, Prime Secret Vanifar is good enough to just win the game the turn it untaps. So we Shatter, we get rid of that. Get out of here, fool. Another one. Whoa, bro. That's not cool. All right. Yeah, Solemn. We need to keep ramping. Keep hitting land drops in some way. Red mana means we get Terror of the Peaks. Green mana means we have more options. But I guess it's red mana here. Pass the turn. Whoa, Strider. Whoa. All right, sacks the woe. Midnight Shepherd. Cool, 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 cool. Yeah, we go for Terror of the Peaks. No attacks past the turn. Replays the Woe Strider from the graveyard. Do they have enough? Not quite. Alright, grabs a 1 mana thing. Gilded Goosey. Untaps Prime Speaker Vanifar. Does it again. So finds what, another Midnight Shepherd? Yeah, untaps again. That's right, with the Midnight Shepherd. So good. And it still counts as a 3 cost, I think. So they just get another Midnight Shepherd here. Now they find the there's the blue guy that untaps again here. So yeah, so this is pretty sweet stuff. Corridor Monitor gets to do it again. Gets another 3-drop, which is this guy again. Gets to have just a bunch of 1/1s as they go along. So this is cool. Opponent's going off. We do have a chance of just finding board wipes. I guess they'd be able to create another token of the Prime Secret Vanifar though, if it does die. So we're still in trouble. Are we playing Magic or Solitaire? Yeah, what's going on here? I haven't seen this combo go off in quite a while, so it is... I'm going to let it play out because I've not seen it in a long time. What's the best way to get back into Arena if you've been away for a while? His standard events are really good if you're trying to build up your gold and just trying to get cards and packs and stuff like that. Honestly, yeah, the Jumpstart format is pretty fun right now as well. Yeah, chop $500 into packs, obviously. If you've been away for just like a couple of months or whatever, that kind of thing, it's pick one deck, make it good, go into standard or historic events, not the ranked stuff, not anything like that, just get the events going. All right, good game. This is sweet. So yeah, it gets to bring it back. Dude, I really like this combo. This is like really cool. Yeah, and so this is what I was saying, like if they untap with Prime Speaker Vanifar, they should be able to win. And they had 2 of them. We had 1 answer. I was hoping they couldn't just straight up win. All right, up against Audino. We do have Growth Spiral. We do have some stuff to dig for other lands, I guess. We'll keep it. It's not the worst hand. I'm still not sure what a good hand actually looks like with this deck, honestly. But this doesn't look like a terrible one. All right, what we're looking for is like a temple, a red-white temple. That's the draw of all draws. That's cool too. right, Selfless Savior. Shablamo! Got him. Surprise. Teferi's not the worst either. Hushbringer is one of the worst things ever, though. Alright, grabbing white mana. This only stops creatures, so our Binding of Titans still have the ETB effect. It's not really an ETB effect, it just enters with a counter. We bounce, they just kill Teferi anyway, but we get to draw a card. We hopefully look for lands. Or we just go for Omen of the Sea, draw a card. It might be better than just Binding of the Titans. We could try to hit a land here, and if it's the right color, we could do some more stuff. I just don't think that's consistent. I think we want to try to dig for 2 lands here. So yeah, Omen's best. I should wait till their turn, but whatever. Alright, land 1. Yeah, we need 2 lands. Play it tapped, get another Scry. Ugin to the bottom, pass the turn. Alright, digging for our white mana for the Shatter. We can Binding of Titans eventually bring back our Fable Passage as well, so that's a way to go about this. Hunted Nightmare, alrighty. Well, now we definitely go to Teferi. Actually, play him first, see if we can find untapped land.
I am not going to sit this one out. This might be a bad
Not an untapped land. Urro's not the worst, though. Especially with Hushbringer, it actually kind of works out pretty well. Alright, so yeah, keep more lands. So we have Shatter the Skies to fire off on the next turn. We kind of want to keep Hushbringer around. Before the Shatter? I don't know, it's kind of a tough choice. Because Selfless Savior will probably keep Hunted Nightmare alive. Which we can deal with. Swing face, swing one at Teferi. This does have Menace, so you can kind of go around it. So the question is am I going to have to board wipe anyway? And I think the answer is probably yes. I don't have enough to place Growth Spiral and Uro. So I can Shatter and Growth Spiral, or Binding of Titans. Let's see if they hold on to Hushbringer or bring out another one. Uro doesn't gain life with the Hushbringer necessarily. I have to be able to attack with it. Yes, they keep the Hushbringer alive. Yes! Alright, that's perfect. That is exactly what we wanted. Pass the turn. We'll play the Growth Spiral. We're trying to survive first, and then we'll use Binding of Titans to do other things. We also don't necessarily want to get rid of potential other things. Alright, Clackbridge Troll, so we don't actually have a creature to block, to sacrifice here. Play this tapped. Okay, down to 7. Okay, play Uro. No ETB effect, so we have a blocker here now. I guess we Thrill. Discard a Binding of Titans. Try to draw 2 more cards. Play Plains. I can bring Yorion back to hand. We have to block here, but we can bring him back. And I guess we go Binding of Titans. It also lets us gain a little bit of life here. Dang it, Dance the Mance. That's what we were worried about. Yeah, we don't have ways to bring Dance the Mance back to hand. And so there is a chance that we just mill all those over with things like Binding of Titans. Alright, they have removal. We did. That's cool. Gosh dang it, come on. This deck is always like, we're doing cool things. We're trying to stay alive. We just, it's part of the issue of being a Yorion deck and having 80 cards in deck. And also that we're trying to do something really janky. This is an amazing hand, though. This is the kind of hand we've been looking for the whole time. Come on. No. No, 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 no. We finally get a good hand. And they scoop. What is up with this crap? This hand is the hand of all hands. And we can't actually play Magic. I hate this. Yes, I'm definitely salty. Now we have a terrible hand and it's going to be against mono red. All right, we got to mulligan this one away. Or we could draw blue mana and have the perfect hand ever. That's the other option. Clearly this is going to be a keep. Quest for the Jank Lord? I have not seen that. Okay, mulligan that. Yeah, this is better. This is definitely better. We will drop, I guess, Deafening Clarion. I'm not sure how much I actually like the Binding of Titans. We're going to go for the actual game plan here first. So, Stomping Ground, Grazer, Temple of Mystery. Only 2 lands, though. Not looking great. Land off the top. It's obviously going to be land. It is a land. Land is grand. We get to scry for another land and then hopefully Growth Spiral as well. So, we shall see. And that is all of the colors. Okay, Growth Spiral. Whoa. People just playing lame stuff like Grazers, Growth Spirals, and Uros. Ugh. I hate these kinds of players. Man, these guys are the worst. Absolute worst. Who does that kind of stuff? Alright, scry for land first. Not a land, put it to the bottom. We Growth Spiral now just in case they might have a counter spell of some sort. Some people do that kind of thing. Don't. No attacks. We dug deep, folks. We dug deep trying to find that land. We reached into our very soul to try to find it. And it did not come. But it's okay. Alright, so land for Solemn was really nice here.
I can no longer stand by and watch. I've got it.
Doesn't bounce the Grazer. Interesting. Alright, well, we do go for Uro. Hit that land. Hit it. Give it to me now. Yes. Most beautimous. Yeah. Swing at that Teferi. Oh, man. You have to have fun playing this, you know? If you don't, you're just not actually having fun. Alright, Nissa comes out. Yeah, they're just playing straight up Bant Ramp. Bant Mythics. That's cool. Who does that? Alright, ECD would have been nice with an untapped land. Alright, Solemn. Take action. We grab, I guess, red mana. We have 2 of everything else. At least 2. So, no attacks past the turn. We get to block with Solemn. We get to ECD, hit Nissa.
Let's try this.
I think we just try to not care too much about Teferi. A lot of our stuff has ETB effects, and so it's not as big of a deal if it gets bounced. The instant speed ward wipe is annoying, but like that can turn off our combo to an extent. Only kind of though.
The land fights for us.
All right, block planes. Take 3, down to 15, draw a card. All right, they're holding up Mystical Dispute mana, but we still go for this. Next turn we go Mirror March into Uro, or like, yeah, we do those things. So hit Nissa. They could have Tell's End as well. That could be a terrible thing they do. This is just growing the Blast Zone. All right, up to 4/4.
Fates.
Swing it Teferi again. Nah. Come on, bounce your ECD. You know you want to. All right, Deafening Clarion is actually pretty nice here. So they do bounce the Grazer. Cool. I think if we hit a land for a blue source, we can Deafening Clarion and Uro. No, we don't have enough stuff in the graveyard. Never mind. But we could go Deafening Clarion into double binding. That could be a thing we could do. Plays another Teferi.
That's more like it.
Yep, swings in, down to 9. Green Saga, then Uro. Does that give us enough? We won't have enough the right colors to actually work with it. So definitely Clarion. They do have everything costing a little bit more here. Kicks up Uro or Blast Zone again. Which means they can destroy the ECD, which is meh. Alright, let's go Binding of Titans. And Grazer. Time Wipe. Okay.
Here goes nothing.
See you, Dark Sphinx. Have a good one. Okay, kills ECD. We don't get back Solemn Simulacrum. Drats. Alright, we probably just go for the Mirror March now. They're a turn away from actually being able to bounce it. And so we actually have a potential combo win here. Alright, so what do we get rid of here? We get rid of Uro. And we get rid of Teferi. They will have Elspeth Conquers Deaths here. So, yeah, go for a Mirror March. They can't bounce it. If they have an Elspeth Conquers Death, that's really annoying. But I think this is still the right play. Yeah, Uro's definitely not OP. Yeah, Uro, I agree. Uro needs to be taken. It needs to be cut. It is so stinking good. You can beat it. Absolutely. Doesn't mean a whole lot, but you can beat it. Let's bring Solemn back to hand. So it is, I think, Terror of the Peaks still instead of Solemn. Solemn could be really nice. But yeah, Terror of the Peaks for sure. We get to at least potentially kill Teferi. If they have an instant speed board wipe, they can try to hit it now, but then we have a hasty guy later. Oh yeah! Oh my goodness! Yes! Yes! Oh, the beauty of this is... Oh, it's glorious. Glorious to behold. Yes! All the damage at face. One at Teferi. Yes! Alright, so we could almost keep this because of Uro. Yeah, that's mulligan. Alright. Okay, keep this. I guess we don't even have the mana for Dance the Mance here, or Growth Spiral. So drop the Growth Spiral. Yeah, 4-color, probably not the best way to go. Sparky's gonna go aggro and kill us. Watch this. They're totally gonna beat us. Alright, Omen into Deafening Clarion. It seems pretty good against Sparky. Yeah, Mono Red Sparky Bug, yeah. It's actually a pretty legitimate threat. Like, Sparky can be scary. If you don't have the right stuff in the opening hands, every once in a while, she'll just run you over. Here's a 3-2. Alright, well, Deafening Clarion's looking pretty good. Another Deafening Clarion. We really need lands. But we also have to stay alive against this dude. All right, so sure, why not? All right, clear the board number 1. Steal no lands, but we have our first target for Thrill of Possibility. Get rid of you, Fire Emancipation. Dig for lands. There's the land. Perfect. Pass the turn. All right, so what we're trying to do here against Sparky is we want to make sure that we actually get the Dance of the Mance with a bunch of Fire Emancipations and gross Mirror Marches. We're fine hard casting Mirror Marches as well, but the dream is going for the other combo. No green mana yet, so those both go to the bottom. Need lands. There's green mana. There's the green. Okay, Temple Garden tapped. Actually, I guess we should have waited a little bit. I can Thrill a Possibility. We'll just Yorion to hand. I'm fine. Sparky's not doing anything, so we're fine. Whoa! Everyone, whoas in chat. Whoa! Fearless Halberdier. All right, let's go Yorion. Actually, well, we have Thrill of Possibility to get rid of Mirror March. Let's hit our land drops. I was thinking we could also just blink the Omens. This is fine. All right, Temple. So we're already at. So we have 3. So that does give us our 8th land that we need. And I probably want to get rid of an Omen of the Sea as well. So we're just gonna scry instead of trying to kill this. Mostly to get these into the graveyard. Whoa! Yeah, whatever. All right, down to 11. So we could go for a small, tiny combo off, or we can try to make it big. I think we all know what needs to happen here. So, well, first off, Defting Clarion. We'll sack again. Go ahead and scry now, just so we don't have to have stuff held up. All right, lands to the bottom. We could go for an untapped land so we don't have to shock ourselves, but this is fine. All right, so in the graveyard right now, we have 2 Omen of the Seas. We have Mirror March and Fire Emancipation. That should be enough to combo off with it and go pretty big. I am still a little bit frustrated that this doesn't actually work with the combo. All right, so X6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, auto pay. All of them come back to the battlefield. They're all 4/4s. They do not have haste at the moment. Yeah, Teferi's good. We'll keep that. Cathartic Reunion. Can dig for another Dance of the Mance, I guess. So yeah, keep that. That's cool. That's cool. All right. Get a trigger. Nope, nothing there. Nope. Yeah, Mirror March. Mirror March. Oh, we got something. Another Mirror March. And more Fire Emancipations. It's wrong. They have haste. They're supposed to be creatures still. All right. That is not how it's supposed to be. If a creature would deal damage to a player, though, it does triple that damage. So we already have some stuff going for us here. So now we get to have some fun. We get to Uro and Yorion. We could also just Ugin, I guess. All right, let's draw some Sarf. All right, so Uro comes out. We get the Mirror March triggers. We get to dig through our deck a little bit more. Yeah, put it onto the battlefield. Seriously, Mirror March triggers so seldomly. Like, it's supposed to be a 50-50 chance, but it is so far away from that that it's kind of ridiculous. Alright, so we want more fun. More fun is what has to happen here. Yorion can at least blink the Omen of the Seas, but it also means it doesn't do very much. So, Cathartic Reunion. Maybe what we need to do is be making like copies of these as well. Let's go to Fairy.
This isn't a fight you can win.
So we also have triple damage of everything up here, but it's not enough. We need to do more. We have to hurt Sparky more. For all the things Sparky has done to me. Let's see, how much damage is it if we just swing in for one? So one of these guys goes in. Is it red permanence? If it's just any source, right? So triple, that's 12 damage. Okay, there we go. We'll pass the turn. I'm not sure exactly what we discard here. We could discard Yorion. Okay, so it's probably Cathartic Reunion and ECD, actually. There's Growth Spiral, okay. Alright, we're gonna keep digging. Stop beating up Sparky. No, I refuse. Sparky deserves it. We could definitely win. Yes, there we go. That's what we're looking for. We want more. Alright, so
I'm not making this up as I go.
Uro comes out first. There's another Dance the Mance. It doesn't actually matter. They both get sacked anyway. Okay, play out Fable Passage. Solemn Simulacrum. Of course. Okay, play Yorion, blink the Solemn. Into Fairy. Again, we're just trying to draw through our cards. I want to have multiple Mirror Marches. I want it to be beautiful. You know. Keep this Yorion, but the trigger still goes off. We get to blink our Yorion again. So then it'll come back at the end step. No attacks. So I guess I want this one to trigger first.
If you show remorse, I'll show restraint.
All right, bring back Yorion. Get a few triggers. We blink Solemn again. Of course, we get more Yorions. That's how it always goes. All right, so yeah, blink here. So this is where things like Terror of the Peaks would be amazing. All right, so Yorion blinks in, submit 0. We can blink all these back and have them just be enchantments again if we wanted to, but having them as creatures is even more fun. Grab the planes. Now we're gonna have all the copies. Now there's no more lands to hit. All right, so we get Dance of the Mance again. Do we even have things, enchantments in the graveyard? Only Elspeth Conquers Death, which could be another 4/4 for us that blinks a number of times. All right, so let's draw another card.
I'll protect you.
Oh wait, not Uro. There we go. All right, bring out Uro. We'll probably just swing in after this one. I mean, we get enough damage. It's not a lot of Mirror March triggers in Terror. There we go. We get the Terror of the Peaks. All right, so Terror of the Peaks. How many triggers of this do we get? This is, if this triggers a bunch of times, it's still fine. All right, we get a few triggers of Terror of the Peaks. Each one of these does how much damage? So it's 5 damage here. So 15 for each one of these. All right, that's cool too.
Want to play again?
There we go. All right. So we kind of got the combo off. It is interesting that the idea of it is that Fire Emancipation and Mirror March are supposed to be able to create other creatures. I believe that's how the combo is supposed to work. So with Mirror March, it says whenever a non-token creature enters the battlefield under control, flip a coin. For each flip you win, create a token that's a copy of the creature. So it copies the creature exactly as it is. And so this, because Dance of the Mance says that it be they are permanents, they are 4/4 creatures in addition to their other types, so you should copy the exact copy of it. If it was like a static effect, it wouldn't quite be the same. If it was something else, but this is just they become this, then it should create exact copies and make them 4/4s. So the idea is that if you end up making 2 copies of Fire Emancipation, you get to swing in with a 4/4 that has haste with the Mirror March, and hopefully you get a bunch of them, but you get to swing in with them. And it will be 12 times 3. So a 4/4 with 2 Fire Emancipations gets to swing in for a bunch of damage with haste and swing in for like swing in. So that is the dream. I think what you have to have is 2 Mirror Marches in the graveyard and 1 Fire Emancipation. With 2 of these, you get to go big enough that you can go hopefully wide enough with creatures. This, I guess, would work a lot better in paper because it doesn't work on Arena right now. But it is still just a really fun idea. And we did get the combo off a couple of times with the deck. Definitely not that many. It's not a consistent one. It's definitely more janky, but dude, jank is fun. Jank is awesome. So we did get to do the mirror dance. We did use Dance of the Mance quite a few times, brought stuff out. We just didn't necessarily win with it all the time. And that's okay. That's okay. It copies the creature, but whenever it copies, you're supposed to copy the exact whatever is there. Whenever it says the words copy, you copy exactly what it is rather than copying the card. And so that's where it's messing up, is that it's copying the card on Arena, but you're supposed to copy exactly what it is at that time whenever it says copy. And so that's why it's supposed to be able to copy it into something else. Like if you were to copy with, it should be the exact way as if you did it with quasi-duplicate. So yeah, that's where, so quasi-duplicate would just copy the target creature the same way that you do with anything else. Yeah, so you're agreeing. So yeah. So Arena messes it up with this one. Unfortunate. At the same time, though, it's really fun. It's a great idea. And we'll see if maybe we can bug Wizards to get that fixed with this one as well. We should all submit it so that we can have more fun with this kind of combo. Anyway, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. We're going to continue doing more stuff here on Twitch. So if you guys want to check out my Twitch channel, link is down in the description below. Make sure you hit the love button, the follow button there, so you know when I'm going to be going live, all that kind of stuff. I do it Monday through Friday in the mornings. We do have a baby coming basically anytime now, so might have take a break soon, but it's fun. So anyway, go follow me there, and we'll see you guys in the next one.